took Wayne about 15 years to assemble the group of cars that fit into a very narrow band of year, makes, and models. His process brought him into two different areas. Number one was finding some of the best original unrestored cars that were available. Number two, on the other hand, finding some of the significant cars that he wanted for his collection of some of the best restored cars in the world.
A lot of times we've upgraded cars 2 or 3 times to get to the level where we're at. We didn't just go out and buy 50 cars. You know, we've probably went through 150 cars to get to where we are today. It's important for us when we buy a car. It was important for us when we want to sell a car. You hate to have to start out with an excuse. You know, we like to have non-excuse cars. We have the paperwork to prove what it really is.
I know of no other collector that really set his standards that high, and as a result of that, these are going to be some of the most sought-after performance cars ever to hit the market. Every car in this 23-car group is between 1968 and 1971. Right smack dab in the middle of that is probably the best known, most legendary, most valuable, sought after the tuner cars, and that's the Yenko Camaro from 1969.
The 69 Yenko Camaro is probably one of the most iconic of all, definitely the poster child of all Yenko cars. The sound of it through its cowl hood and the Hurst shifter, the really good Stewart Warner gauges, really a lot of fun to sit behind the wheel of one of those cars.
When you say the word Yenko, you think of high performance cars. We had one of every color of the 69, you know, and that was kind of a fun collection to put together. And then once we got that accomplished, then we wanted to get the whole line as far as the Chevelle, the Novas, Corvette, you know, to kind of get a complete collection put together of the Yenko cars.
To own a Boss 429 like the ones we have here are really two entirely different cars. The Survivor Boss 429, the white car there, being original, really appeals to a collector here like Wayne in that it is a roadmap for what a restored car should be like. Original paint, pretty much everything under the hood is original, the upholstery and whatnot, and then the other one is an over-the-top restoration.
In the case of the Red Boss 429, you've got a car that has reached the absolute top of the judging food chain, and it has done that by virtue of the fact that there's essentially unobtainable pieces are now on this car. An original new old stock exhaust system is on this car, no longer probably available from any source. Same thing with the tires. There are a variety of companies make nice reproduction aftermarket tires that look vintage, but not on this one. It's got original tires back from the late 1960s, and that makes a huge difference.
And it was really just a thorough, full-on restoration. But when Wayne bought the car, he wanted to take it to the next level, to try for a Thoroughbred Gold Award.
This Red Boss 429 has that honor. There's only, well, I don't even know of any other Boss 429s that have even hit that level, and doubtful that any of them are going to hit it in the future.
The 70 Hemi Challenger here is believed to be one of one in that it is plumb crazy and it has a shaker.
It's a 4-speed. It's a terrific color, plumb crazy, black vinyl top. The only one done in that particular combination makes it very rare, very valuable, very desirable. Perhaps the most significant and important 1970 Plymouth Superbird is this one right here. It's the originality of this car that's almost astonishing. I'm going to make a statement and say it perhaps is the best original Superbird on the planet.
It really is incredible that it has 600 and some odd original miles.
100% original in every way, down to the paint, down to the interior, down to the vinyl top, even down to the tires. I've never seen an original car from that era, the performance era, that not only has such low miles and is original, but it is so pristine as well.
I really hope that the future owners of these cars is a collector similar to Wayne that's in a building process, looking for the best example they can get.
Any of these cars would be the centerpiece of any collection. The fact that Wayne was put together his whole collection centered around a group of cars like this makes this almost an unbelievable opportunity for buyers to get something they're probably never going to be able to find again.